what he's doing is he has weakened, or at least has attempted to weaken, the de facto accountability agents, being the people and free press, in order to run amok with the other co-equal branches, who, by the way, do not act very co-equal at all when it comes to his power.
Well, he tried at the U.S. Supreme Court on that birthright citizenship, and I was so proud.
I mean, that was one of the most racist arguments you will ever hear in the Supreme Court. And
no president has ever showed up. Right, no president has ever showed up. He tried to intimidate.
He did.
Ketanji Brown. Did you see that, the caricature of both of them? Ketanji Brown sitting high, this black woman. This black woman, U.S. Supreme Court justice, and Donald Trump sitting lower, the president of the United States. He thinks that people like Ketanji Brown Jackson are affirmative action hires, but you know what? She graduated from Harvard with some really serious grades. He graduated very mediocre, if at best, right?
Yeah, and his professors came out and said he was the dumbest student they ever had.
Right, and then, but wait a minute, and juxtapose the other black person, Clarence Thomas, on that court. He was actually an affirmative action pick.
He got them by affirmative action.
Right. But yet he's supporting Donald Trump. The juxtaposition, the irony, all of this is crazy. Yeah. But this is that president. No president has ever gone to the U.S. Supreme Court. He went to intimidate to get his way, but he got his hair handed to him yet again. So the bottom line, and he's mad at the justices now. But here at the end of the day, Donald Trump has, that word fake, has created a chasm with the American people and the fact-based presentations that we give. Not only that, Donald Trump has created distrust, and he's made a lot of these networks not really report or turn a blind eye.
They're scared.
Wait a minute. They're scared. They don't want lawsuits. But not only are they turning a blind eye, how many are you hearing reporting about how the family is benefiting off of this war?
Oh, yeah.
How the Trump family is benefiting financially off of this war. How the Trump family was benefiting over there, all the stuff in Israel.
They've been cutting side deals. That's the whole
the Palestine. And Jared Kushner is not an official member of the White House. He's an average citizen whose father-in-law happens to be the president. That's like anybody going out here making a deal, doing something. Yeah. Jared Kushner has no official capacity by the US government, but yet he's making deals for the US government. There is skirting of the law. There is a breaking of the rule of the law. There is corruption. And how many people are reporting on it? And if I'm saying this, who knows? They may be waiting for me at the dinner with handcuffs, who knows?
It's becoming so extreme, is it not? And the reality is the mainstream, as we would call them, news agencies, have really shown their true colors.
And scared of a lawsuit.
Yeah, scared of a lawsuit they know they can win.
By a president who wants to go take his hands and put it into the treasury and take $10 billion because we did him wrong about the election and stuff. And
April, it's so much because we talk about, all right, he's suing himself to get a bunch of money. All right. So he's gonna get that bag. And then his son-in-law is around cutting side deals.
Corey, and his sons. Yeah, Donald and Eric Jr. Eric and Donald Jr. Whatever.
Senator Booker had the number at it was over $1 billion that they can count. Now that's the money they can count. All right, it's some money off the table, but that's the money they can count. The family has made over $1 billion in profit by way of Trump's influence and presidency, et cetera. Now, what cleared the way for this, April, is the fact that the Supreme Court basically ruled that he can't be punished for breaking the law while president. The only thing you can do is impeach the guy. So this gave him this immunity, he believes, to act in such an egregious and extreme way. And Democrats better do it. This is me talking. They better do what the hell they said if people give them power back in Congress.
Virginia last night was good, but it was a close margin. It was closed. The urban areas did it. He still has people who support him. But I'm going to tell you, one of the things that's really showing me a lot, white farmers are upset with him. He sold them out doing these deals with China, doing these deals with Argentina, and these farmers, and the SNAP stuff. The SNAP monies were also supposed to pay these farmers to be able to send the produce to the SNAP recipients. He sold them out there hurting. When white farmers, his base, are crying out, that means something's going on. And people, white, black, every kind of person's crying out about gas prices, and we're not seeing it go down. And then produce. When you can't afford to live, and people, I've been told by creditors, delinquencies are up. People are scared. Unemployment benefits are up. He is the president for the people, not above the people.
That's right.
This is not Marie Antoinette, let them eat cake. And this is what it feels like. He doesn't, he's the emperor with the new clothes. No matter what he wears, it still looks the same.
That's right.
And Marie Antoinette at Mar-a-Lago with all these lavish parties and everybody's crying. He doesn't have to go to Mar-a-Lago every weekend on our tax dollars. He doesn't have to. But where's we the people? And sometimes, May 1, we're going to see this big rally, this kind of don't go to work, don't go shopping, don't go to school kind of thing. But I think they're gearing up, trying to be the next civil rights movement. But Dr. Richey, you know this. It's got to be consistency and the masses. It can't just be white folks either now. So, we are hurting.
Let me tell you what I believe. I truly believe the universe, as Dr. King said, has a moral arc, and it moves toward righteousness.
Yes.
And there are so many people who are awakened today who would have still been asleep under Obama or under a Hillary Clinton. I'm being frank. There are a lot of folk who have now been awakened. And a lot of those people voted for Trump.
Because you know why they hadn't been awakened? Because we've got the house on the hill. We are wearing red bottoms. We are carrying Birkin or Birkin lookalikes. We were driving the Teslas. We were driving all of these nice cars. And now it's the pain is coming. And how do I afford to have another Birkin bag? How do I afford to eat? How do I afford to get my nails done, my hair done? How do I afford to keep my kids in school if we're going to a private school? How do I afford to have clothes for my kids to go to school? How do I afford to feed them? How do I afford to have gas to go to work? This is what we're dealing with right now. And my insurance, my health insurance, how do I pay?
And how do we get here? And when you ask that question, you got to go back inside. You have to go through inner reflection. How did we get here?
The system is broken, and people want to change. People want to change, and they went so far. This is a centrist society. People don't want far left. They don't want far right. They want to be able to survive in the center. And right now, we are so far right that the right is like, what is this? They're quietly talking about him, but won't remove him because he's scared. This man is a New York gangster who knows how to play the game of politics better than anyone. He got in there the first term and learned how to play the game and said, okay, I can do this. He found out what loopholes he could get around and what he could do and could not do. And now he's doing it. And you were warned, guys. I warned you.
Well,
Kamala Harris warned. Michelle Obama warned you.
and President Obama said, it's actually worse than I thought it would be. But he tried to warn you. But I will say this, dear sister, in parting, light is no match for darkness. Light comes, darkness flees. It is not a competition. You just have to continue to be the light, like I did, Sister April. Tell people how they can continue to check out your great work.
Well, you can catch me on Substack on April Ryan, the Tea with April every Thursday. I need to have you on, Dr. Richey, soon.
I would love to.
Yes, every Thursday I'm on. My husband set up my YouTube page. Thank you, husband.
Go ahead.
Yes, I got a good man. It's called The April Ryan Show. And also I'm on Facebook, fan page on Facebook. I interact. I'm on Twitter. I'm everywhere. And if you need me, reach out to me at aprildryan.com. I'm out here. And tonight I'm getting ready to go to toast Black journalists and Simone Sanders in DC for the White House Correspondents Association Week. And I'm making a conscious effort to be with those who still are trying to tell the truth. And
Yes.
the Washington Association of Black Journalists, I'm going there tonight because they're
Awesome.
raising a toast to free press. And we're also raising a toast tonight to Simone Sanders. But I want to raise a toast to you for raise a glass, my imaginary glass. Thank you,
Thank you,
Dr.
sis.
Richey, for just keeping on. People know you. I've been on a plane with you. You didn't know I was there, but they're like, look, oh, we got a celebrity here. I want to raise a glass to you for really being intentional and passionate about your work and making sure the truth is exposed. Cheers.
One of the highest honors of my life coming from you. Thank you for all you
Thank
do.
you.
Thank you, sister. All right, until next time, and it'll be very soon.